You know the katha of when Parvati Mata made Lord Sri Ganesha. You've heard this many times. This you know. That three deities are very, very, very connected. When Parvati Mata, before she made the mound of dirt and all these things and put life into him, the katha says that she prayed for a son. But who did she pray to? Parvati Mata, after Kartikeya Swami was born, he literally was more connected to Bhagwan Shiva Shankara because he was born from the energy of Lord Shiva. When he was born, after fighting the demons, Tarakasura and others, he left for the mountains on the pickup. Even though he had gone to the mountains, as soon as Bhagwan Shiva would think of him, he would appear. Parvati Mata found out she had to try a little bit harder. So Parvati Mata felt a little bit slighted that, maybe Kartikeya Swami, Subramanyam, Muruga was more Lord Shiva's son. So she prayed day and night for a child of her own. She sat quietly and repeated the sacred mantra. She prayed to Bhagwan Krishna, who then appeared to her and asked, Mata, how can I help? She said, you are Purnavatar. You are the most complete of all the manifestations of Sri Mahavishnu. I need for you to become my son. He said, Mata, this can't happen. And amongst all the deities, there's maybe one or two you can't say no to. One is Yamraj, just because when your time is up, your time is up. Only in one katha between the discussion of, what's her name? Start with S. Savitri. She convinced Lord Yamadharmaraja to return her husband alive. Other than that, the only person you can't tell no is Jagadamba Devi Mata. Because then she becomes somebody else. And she would frown and she would become very, very dark colored and the world would tremble. The clouds would get scared. Even the planets would stop spinning right where they are. And she turns into Mahakali Mata. And then everybody stops what they do and everybody begins to listen. Bhagwan Krishna saw her becoming darker than he was. And the minute he saw that she frowned so much that her two eyebrows began to touch, he said, okay. Hold on. Don't get any more vexed. I fix it. I'll come as your son. One katha says that she made Mahaganapati from the dirt from her body and then she blew life into him. One katha says that Bhagwan Krishna right there immediately manifested forth as the baby Ganesha. Another katha gives that Mahaganapati appeared from light itself. Why are these kathas all different in the history of the birth of Mahaganapati? Because there are 28 versions. This is the 28th cycle of this existence. This is the 28th time there has been Satyug, Tretayug, Dwaparyug and Kaliyug. This is Vaivaswat Manvantara Ashtavinchitame Kaliyuge. Ashtavinchitame Kaliyuge. This is the 20th Kaliyug. So in different versions, different times, slight alterations are there. At the end of it all, Mahaganapati is the son of Devi Mata. But before he got the elephant head, the original form of Mahaganapati, Ganesha, is the original form of Mahaganapati. Don't ever be confused. Krishna is none other than Ganesha. Were it not for him being given the stick to protect his mother's chambers, and Bhagwan Shiva coming there, asking for access, being refused, cutting off the head with a trishula, and then when Devi Mata, again being upset, threatened to destroy the entire creation, Bhagwan Shiva sent Mahavishnu to find the first living thing you see. Bring it back to me. Some say the first creature with its back towards its mother. The very first thing Mahavishnu saw was a young elephant with its back to his mum. He took that elephant there. Bhagwan Shiva, who is Kalantakarudra, the deity who is beyond time, replaced the head of that little baby with the elephant head, and he is now known as Gajanana, one with the elephant head. Were it not for that episode, the murti you have here now would look just like Bhagwan Sri Krishna. Boliye Sri Mahaganapati Swami ki Jai. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai Ho. And now, I tell you one little secret. I told you yesterday that three deities are very, very connected. I explained the connection between Bhagwan Krishna and Mahaganapati. I told you yesterday. Here's two more. Krishna Bhagwan is also connected deeply to Devi Mata. She is known as, in the Bhojpuri, Kisn ki Behaniya. When Raja Kans he was destroying the sons one by one of Devaki and Vasudev. You know the Katha where it says that for the seventh child, Balaram, who is Adishesha, Ananta, Sheshnag, who protects Mahavishnu. You know the Katha in Bhagavatam says, when the seventh child was born, Yogamaya, she transferred that unborn child to the womb of Yashoda, all the way across, and took the girl child and brought her in the jail. So when the seventh child was born, Kans was doubting himself. He said, the girl child doesn't matter. And he was about to dash that girl child on the stone he had at the top of the palace. And that baby girl flew up from his hands and was in the air. And she was the resplendent Jagadamba Durga Mata. And she laughed and said, Kans, your destroyer is already here. Because she was counted as one of the kids of Devaki and Vasudev, she is considered the sister of Bhagwan Krishna. So now you know. Devi Mata and Krishna are brother and sister. And Bhagwan Krishna and Mahaganapati are one and the same. On his birthday, once upon a time, he was fed so much laddus and modak by his mother that jumping on his vehicle, Mushakraj, the mouse, his stomach was over full. You know, when the belt can't go no more. And to be comfortable on the ride, he had a snake for his belt. He tightened the snake a little bit and was jumping on his rat, his mouse, to ride off to wherever he was going. Chandrama Devata was looking. At some point, the rat hit a speed bump or a pothole, either. Definitely, if the rat was in Trinidad, it would have been a pothole. So the rat hit a pothole. Mahaganapati, he fell off the mouse. The belt he had flew to one side and he tumbled on the ground. Chandrama saw this and laughed. Becoming upset, Bhagwan Ganapati, right then and there, said, "You do not know why I look like this? You laugh at my belly? My mother fed me these laddus. I would eat her food until my stomach would burst. I don't care how I look. My mother's food is the only thing that fills my stomach. If you have seen this situation and you don't understand why I look like this, for not understanding, whoever sees your face O moon god, Chandrama, on my birthday, let them be understood forever. Let them be misunderstood. It is said that Bhagwan Krishna looked at the moon on the birthday of Mahaganapati, and he was also accused of being a thief. To relieve the affliction of being misunderstood. Therefore, it says in Bhagavad Puran, the 10th book, chapter 56, you will hear today, Maharaj Parikshit, who is listening to this Bhagavatam, he asked the question of Sri Shukdev Maharaj, O Brahmin, what did King Satyajit do to offend Bhagwan Krishna? From where did he get this Shyamantaka jewel, and why did he give his daughter in marriage to Bhagwan Krishna? Do you know that Bhagwan Krishna has 8 wives? Now, he has one main queen. Now, this is difficult. I should never say this. Rukmini is the main chief queen. But he has other wives because of situations that happen, and people were so grateful. You know, they say that Kanyadan is the greatest gift you can, a parent can give is their child in marriage, more so a daughter. So the greatest gift they thought they could have given to Bhagwan Krishna at that time was a daughter. In this katha, you will hear of this same king Satyajit giving his daughter Satyabhama in marriage to Bhagwan Krishna. And later on tomorrow you will hear about Jambavan, the Mahamuni, Jambavan the great bear, same Jambavan from Ramayan. He gave his daughter Jambavati in marriage to Bhagwan Krishna. Now Radha is the girlfriend. Radha was never married to him. Radha was never a queen, never a wife. Radha is the girlfriend. If you want to discuss pure love, pure, clean love, they were able to be the eternal boyfriend and girlfriend and not interrupt the marriage life of Bhagwan Krishna. They were in love, they loved each other, and that was the end of that. They knew their purpose on this earth. Many of us can barely even function with one husband or a wife, so we should not even take pattern of this. In the Dashgatra and in the Vishnu Trayudash Asrad, what you call the Bandhara, after worshipping Brahmadev, Vishnu Dev and Lord Rudra Maheshwara, the 4th seat on the altar, either on the separate Bedi or in front of the Pinda Bedi, is kept for Lord Satyesha. Satyesha is another name for Bhagwan Krishna, and it's called the Ashta Shaktapatrani, the 8 wives, the 8 queens. Out of the 8 wives, you will hear about 3. The original queen is Rukmini. You will hear how he got queens Satyabhama and Jambatyai. Satyabhama's father was King Satyajit. Satyajit, say that. Satyajit was a great friend of Lord Suranarayan Swami, who had great affection for him. And because of his love for this devotee, Satyajit, he gave him a beautiful gem known as Shyamantaka. Everyone say that? Say Shyamantaka. Not to be confused with Kaustubha, which is the beautiful diadem on the brooch that Bhagwan Krishna wears on his chest. A different gem altogether, Kaustubha. This is Shyamantaka, given as a gift to Satyajit by Bhagwan Surya himself. Wearing the jewel on his neck, he came into Dwarka, the city of Bhagwan Krishna. He was shining as bright as Lord Surya himself. So the people thought, Tam biloka janadura tejasa mustadrishtaya divyate kshair bhagavate sashamsu surya sangita. They thought that Suryanarayan Swami himself had come down here on the earth and was looking for Bhagwan Krishna. They thought that the sun god left his heavens and he was walking the street of Dwarka. It seems as though if the sun god is here, he would only look for Bhagwan Krishna, not any regular mortal being. It says, Narayana namastestu sangha chakra gadadaraha damodara vindaksha Damodara Vindaksha Govinda Yadunandana Om Namo Narayanaya. Everyone said, running towards Dwarakanata. Who is Dwarakanata? The bhajan says, Dukkaharo Dwarakanata Sharan Maitiri. Krishna. See how we have Jagannath here? Mahaganapati. This Murti is Jagannath Ganapati. Jagannath, either one. Jagat means world, Nath means Lord. So, he who protects the world, who owns everything in this earth, Jagannath. Jagannath Ganapati. This is the name of your Murti. Narayana. See, O Damodara, beautiful one. The sun god has come to look for you. It seems as though he is coming straight to your place because he who is one of the greatest of the demigods would not leave his place for any simple reason. Because now you have hidden yourself here. Gyatva guddham yadashyudrastam tvam yatta ajah prabho. Because you are now in Dwaraka, it seems Suryanarayan Swami has come to find you. Shukadev Goswami said, Nishamshaya bhalavachanam patasyambujalochanaha prahanasuravidherva satrajinmaninajvalan. This is not Surya Devata. Bhagwan Krishna immediately saw through his divine vision, the drishti. He said, this is not Bhagwan Surya. This is only Satrajit, who is wearing a gem that is shining brightly. It says, Bhagwan Krishna didn't even bother. Satrajit went to his house and put the jewel in his puja room. Every day, it produced a certain amount of gold. And the place where it was kept became sacred. Everyone was happy in that place. On one occasion, Bhagwan Krishna asked Satrajit to give him the gem. Because he wanted to give it to the Yadu king Ugrasena. Keep this in mind. He simply asked for the gem from Satrajit to give it to the Yadu king Ugrasena. But Satrajit, you see, where the gem was, it produced gold, remember? And that place was pure and clean and there was no calamities, nothing. So what happened is that Bhagwan Krishna wanted to give it to the king. So if the king, you see, back in those days, those who were in authority and in power, it was a little bit more honest. And, when the kings had in those days, everybody got equally from the king. Not just friends and family and that kind of thing. So, as time came going on, we became less and less humanitarian and more selfish. But that's a different katha for a different time. The king at that time, Ugrasena, was very, very generous and very, very fair to everybody. So Bhagwan Krishna said, he thought, if I give the gem to the king, when the king benefits, he will keep sharing the money and the wealth from it to everyone. And if the king's place is protected, wherever the king rules, that place would be protected. Bhagwan Krishna did not want a gem for himself. He wanted a gem to give to the king at that time, But Satyajit was so greedy that he refused. Nay varta kamukah pradar yanchna bhangam atarikayan. He refused, but he did not give any thought to Bhagwan Krishna's being upset. Once upon a time, because Satyajit now still had the gem, follow this, if he had given it to Bhagwan Krishna, it would have been safe with King Ugrasen. Satyajit kept the gem. His brother Prasena borrowed the gem just for borrowing its sake. Tam ekada manim khande patimucha mahaprabham praseno hayam aruhya mrigyayam vacharadvane. Narayanaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmane Namo Namaha. Prasena, Satyajit's brother, borrowed the gem, hung it on his neck, and went on a horse riding into the forest to hunt. Rasanenam sahayam hatva manim achijya kesari girim vishan jambavatta nihato manim mitchata. Verse 14 of chapter 56 of the 10th book of Bhagavatam says, a lion killed Prasena and his horse. The lion took the jewel. But when that same lion went into a nearby cave, it so happened to be the cave of the king of bears, the mighty warrior of King Sugriva's army, Jambavanta Maharaj. He went into that cave and he was killed by the great warrior himself, who is none other than Lord Brahma manifested on earth. Jambavanta Mahamuni killed that same lion and took the jewel. Sopi chakre kaumarasya manim kriddanam bile apasyan bharatanam bhrata satrajita priyatpyata. In the cave, Jambavan let his young son have the gem as a toy to play with. And Satyajit, not seeing his brother come back, he became worried. Obviously, if your family has gone out to hunt or something and they don't return, you will be worried. Yes? See. He became worried, and hear what he thought? Maybe prayaha krishneno nihato manigrivo vanam gataha bhrata mameti tachutva karne karne japan janaha. Maybe Krishna killed my brother because some time ago Bhagwan Krishna asked for the gem. Maybe he saw my brother Prasena going with the gem. Maybe waiting till the gem left my house. Maybe thinking in his mind, Satyajit thought that Bhagwan Krishna killed his brother. Everybody heard this news. Everybody heard this news and began to whisper in everybody's else's ear. When Bhagwan Krishna heard this rumor himself, he wanted now to remove the stain on his name. So he took some of Dwaraka's people and he went looking for Prasena. In the forest, they found both Prasena and his horse killed. Bhagwan Krishna with his friends from Dwaraka, looking for Prasena, found his dead body as well as the horse. Then, tracing the steps, they saw the lion footprints, they traced that and they came to the cave. At the front of the cave, they saw the lion dead on the side of the mountain. Bhagwan Krishna told his counterparts, his friends, to wait there because it was a huge lion that killed Prasena. Now, whatever killed the lion may be more dreadful. Let us not put everybody in danger. Bhagwan Krishna decided, like a good friend, a good leader, he will go by himself. In the pitch dark cave of the king of bears, he entered alone. There he saw the most precious of jewels, Shamandaka, had been made into a toy for a child, and wanting to take it, he came close there. The child cried, seeing the stranger coming to take what is seemingly theirs. And hearing the cry of the child, the father, Jambavanta, not asking any questions, as many of us would do, when our near and dear ones are in trouble, we would not ask any question at all, and rushed to the help of his child. Jambavanta Mahamuni, the strongest of the strong, ran there, and not recognizing Bhagwan Ramachandra as Bhagwan Krishna, because the last time Jambavant saw the Lord, he was the most beautiful, still dark colored. He was Kodandarama, the one with the great bow. The last time Jambavant saw the Lord himself, Sriman Narayana, he was Raghavam, Raghunandanam, standing on the edge of the Sariyu river and then transforming into Virat Swarupa Mahavishnu and going into the heavens. So etched in his mind is the form of Madhyara Purushottam Ramachandra. If it is, I were to shave my beard out and my hair and everything, and I lose a lot of weight, and I come here next year, many of you may take a minute to say, Pundit, that's you. But maybe rest assured, as soon as you hear me speak with you, most people say, who have not seen me for years, they say, Pundit, as I hear your voice, I realize it's you. So thankfully, my voice has stayed the same all these years. If you haven't seen someone for a long time, it may take you some time to recognize them, yes? Until something happens where you can tell who it is. Jambavant did not recognize that Bhagwan Krishna is his own very Rama, with whom he built the bridge, and he rescued Sita, and he destroyed Ravan, Kumbhakaran, and all these other Rakshasas. Katha says, these two began to fight, Jambavant not knowing that he was fighting his own Lord and Master, Ramachandra, as Bhagwan Krishna. We are always taken up. We are taken up ever so often by the illusion of this world. All of us, we are taken up by the illusion of those that we meet, those that say what we want to hear, those that cloud our minds with what they wish for us to know or think, or the version of themselves that they want us to see. Jambavant is fighting Rama, who he fought alongside, but not knowing Bhagwan Krishna is simply letting the Leela go through. In this time of the Utsav, only Mahaganapati can clear your mind. Only Mahaganapati can remove the veil of doubt, the veil of illusion, the veil of being confused. It is said that worshipping him at the first of all puja, Sada Bhavani Dani Shanmukha Gauri Ganesha Pachadevi Mili Rakshakare Brahma Vishnu Mahesha. He is one of the first deities in all puja that you do. If you don't do Ganesh, Gauri, Kalash Devata, Agni Devata, Surya Narayan Swami puja, puja is incomplete. Yeah, it's on. Pray this Utsav to not be confused like Jambavant. Pray and ask that when something happens, that you are able to see the truth behind it, the truth in front of it, and the truth on all sides. Let you be able, pray and ask Mahaganapati, let me be able to see the blessings that come my way. Let me be able to see the good fortune that is about to come my way. If I can't see it right away, Lord, please bless me with the patience, the strength, and the ability to see that down the road something will come of it. Right now may not be the best time for you. Mahaganapati is here. He is sitting, he's watching you. When you go to the Murti, watch him in his eyes. Sumukashchaikadantascha, Sukshmanitra. Ask him to open your vision. Not for today, down the road. Jambavant is being confused. He's not knowing he's fighting his dear Lord and Master, Ramachandra Bhagavan, in the form of Krishna Devata. Pray. Ask Bhagwan Ganapati to save you. You know what the word for save is in Sanskrit? Ask to be saved. Pahi means to save. Oh Lord with the huge stomach, save me. Oh darling of Parvati, save me. Oh one with the elephant head, save me. You with small eyes and huge ears, save me. Save me from my own self. When I would allow all the troubles of the world to cover my mind and my heart. Save me from the problems of my heart. Let me not lose hope. Let me not lose faith, O Lord. You who have overcome so much, allow me to be inspired by your own Leela. When you were told to go around the world 3 times and knowing your size and your small vehicle, the mouse, when Kartikeya Swami jumped on the peacock and began to fly around the world, you used your wit, your intelligence, and you went around your parents, Lord Shivashankara and Devi Parvati Mata. Let me be able to use my intelligence at the time I needed to. Let me know when I can use my strength or use my brains. And apart from those two, let me know when I can use my heart. Prabhu, in fact, don't let me know, you do it for me. Guide me, protect me. Pahi Pahi Gajanana, save me, O Ganapati Maharaj. Boliye Sri Maha Ganapati Swami ki. Now, Bhagwan Krishna is fighting Jambavant. Dandva yuddham sattumulam udbharyo vidigi sataho Ayudashamsha Durmira Durbihi Kravyarate Saniyor Iva. They fought furiously. They went on without rest for 28 days. When each time they landed blows, it was like thunder and lightning. Being softened by the blows of Bhagwan Krishna, Jambavant realized after some time, this can't be a regular warrior. Because he knows who he is. Only when we get in so much trouble, until we take so much licks from work, house, home, people, society, everything, people's opinions, our own self-doubt, only when we take so much licks, we realize, this can't be all. Jambavant says to himself, if I am the embodiment of Brahmadev, one of the original Trinity, and this somebody is beating me, then he has to be better than me. Who is better than me? None other than Rudradevata, Maheshwara, Lord Shivashankara, and none other than Bhagwan Mahavishnu. Realizing that he could only be in the company of one of the 3 great ones, and it could only be 2 others because he himself is one of the great ones. It could only be Rudra or Vishnu, Hari or Hara. It could only be one of these 2. Brahmadev, in the form of Jambavant, recognized after a while that Tvam hi vishwasajam thrishta tastanam apiyachasat kalah kaliyantam ishah Paramatma Tathatmanam. You have to be the sustainer of the universe and everything in it. You are the one who calms the greatest of storms. Oh, Supreme Lord, you have to be none other than the Supreme Soul above all souls. You are He who impelled the ocean to give way by simply looking at it. You are the one who became the fish and the boar and the half lion. You who are the dwarf who in 3 steps covered the entire creation. You are none other than Sriman Narayana. You are none other if my memory serves me right, you cannot be none other than the one who caused the destruction of Lanka and severed the heads of Ravan. Now I know, Prabhu. O dark-colored Lord, you are my very own master. I am sorry. Brahma, as Jambavan, bends his head and says, Kshama dijiye, Prabhu, forgive me. I only now realize who you are. Bhagavan Krishna says, by just touching him, Bhagavan Krishna cured all his pains and all his scars. But his voice now was as heavy, it says, like the thunder itself. Mani hetu riha prapta vayam krishnapate bilam mityabhishapanam param pragya atmano manimanuma. I have come for this jewel, O Jambavan. That is why. I have come for the jewel because there is a rumor against me that I killed the Prasena, the brother of Satyajit. If I take back this gem from you, it will be proven that I did not take it. You have to help me here. Thus addressed, Bhagavan Jambavan gave the jewel to Krishna Devata. And also, it says, Katha says, Ityuktaha swam durhitam kanyam Jambavatim muda. He gave his daughter, Jambavati, to Bhagavan Krishna and asked him, please accept my daughter as your wife. After Murari, Janardana, Hrishikesha, Damodara, Krishna Bhagavan came back to Dwaraka. The people were waiting for 12 days. 12 days they waited for, and they did not see him. In the meantime, they began to pray. Who was the guardian deity to whom they prayed? They were praying to the Adishakti Jagadamba Durga Mata, and they were begging for his safe return. They were begging for his safe return. For 10 days, they could not find Bhagavan Krishna. The people all came together. It says, Satrajitam Sapantaste Dukhita Dwara Kaukasaha Upatastush Chandrabhagam Durgam Krishno Palabhaye. They began to collect themselves at the shrine of Devi Mata.